Happy New Year! I really wish I had one of those little like things, you know what I'm talking about? 2020 is a big year, I feel like, coming up. 2020 is like the year of realizing things, and everyone around me is just like realizing things. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to tell you guys about the new e.l.f. Putty Primer. I have the original e.l.f. Putty Primer, which is amazing. I actually found this because Hannyybakes, I'll tag her down below, recommended it. It gives like this very smooth, flawless finish to your foundation. I've noticed lately that my skin has been more on the oily side. It used to be more dry, but I guess it's becoming more like combination. So I'm actually really interested to see how the matte primer works. I'm a little bit worried about the luminous only because I don't know if it's gonna make me oily or what's gonna happen. So I'm here to test that out for you guys. So this is what the packaging looks like. The matte looks pretty much the same as the original. The luminous is a little bit more yellow toned and has the tiniest bit of shimmer. Yellow tones will usually cancel out some of more of the darker tones on your face, which is why you usually use more of a yellow based for under your eyes just to cover up that darkness or, you know, any bags that you may have. I'm going to swatch the matte and the luminous on my hand to see if there's any real difference between them. Formula wise, if there's like any effect to the luminous. So the matte feels very similar to the original formula. It might be just a bit more thick, I would say. This dries down to a matte finish very quickly. It's still very silky, very smooth, and kind of feels less silicone-y than the original. And now I'm going to swatch the luminous on the other side of my hand. So here's the luminous. There definitely is a little bit of shimmer. You can see it kind of does have a glow, nothing crazy. It's not like highlighter bright. Not sure if there's any difference that you can see on camera. Over here is the matte and here's the luminous. I definitely see a difference with the luminous. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the matte on, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna go ahead and put the matte on the right side of my face and the luminous primer on the left side of my face and apply my foundation as normal. I forgot to mention, I always apply my primer after I've done my skincare, toner, serum, you know, moisturizer, the works. So usually I just use my fingers to apply this primer, but apparently I'm just not going to be a savage today. I'm actually going to take a clean foundation brush and pick up some of the product and start applying it to my face. I have the matte primer applied onto the right side of my face. I don't know if you can see any difference. Taking the other side of the same foundation brush, I'm just going to pick up some of the luminous primer and start applying that on the left side of my face. Oh wow, yeah, she's shiny. Again, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but do you see how shiny this primer is? I'm actually really glad that I'm testing this out on a night that I have nothing to do and just doing my makeup, because I might be looking a little crazy shining on one side and not on the other. Guess we'll find out. Now that I'm all primered up, I am going to go apply my foundation as normal and I will be back. I'm using the Estee Double Wear Foundation today. I'm using the color Rattan. It might not be quite right because my self tanner has faded and I really need to do it and I really just don't feel like doing it. Hit the like button if you're also a lazy piece of shit. Yeah, that happened. I almost always do my eyebrows first. I really don't know why I didn't. I think I'm just scatterbrained today. So I've applied my foundation and my concealer. Normally at this point I would go ahead and do any powder products like setting powder underneath my eye, bronzer, all that jazz. However, I, just for the purpose of this video, really want to see how the foundation wears with this primer. I do see a slight difference as a side-by-side comparison, but I do want to see how, you know, oily my skin may get without it. so I will be sure to check in throughout the night. I picked both of these up at Walmart. They were $8 each, which is very cheap for a primer. It's been compared to the Tatcha primer. I personally haven't used the Tatcha, so I can't really, am I saying that right? Is it Tatcha? Is it Tatcha? Who knows? I'm from Philly. I say everything wrong. Water. It's roughly 7 p.m. right now, so I will wear this for just a little bit and check in and let you guys know what I think.
It's about 11 p.m. I'm checking in with you guys. Again, this was the matte side and this was the dewy side. I put on a very light layer of foundation, so I feel like what I did put on stayed pretty well. I feel like I am starting to get a little bit oily up here, which is where I usually get oily. I don't see any major difference between the matte side and the luminous side, to be honest with you. Honestly, I think I actually prefer the finish of the luminous side because I feel like the matte side is still pretty glowy. I don't really know if I would call it that. Hasn't kept me completely matte, and that's in part to the formula of the foundation. But yeah, so overall I would definitely recommend both, but I think that I'm actually leaning towards the luminous putty primer. That's all for today's review. If you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, want to see any tutorials, or want me to try anything out, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.